A ride through the turquoise river, deep in the jungle in Panama, shows how thousands are fleeing poverty in South America. Boats filled mostly with Haitians, Cubans, and Venezuelan migrants follow one after the other, heading to the United States. They arrive in Colombia and cross to Panama through the Darien Gap. They arrive thirsty, hungry, and walk with difficulty. RAFAEL ROVERO from Venezuela traveled with his wife and 3 children. He's still recovering from the journey.
Whatever I can say is small compared to what we saw. In one there was a dead child, and in another tent too. People drowning in the river and left hanging on trees. I counted at least 8, but I'm sure there were more. This is the worst I've ever lived.
His wife, FLOR GARCIA, says she struggled climbing the mountains and the cliffs in the jungle.
It's horrible because I felt I couldn't anymore. Before I arrived here, I felt weak. We hadn't eaten in days. My feet were injured and I was thinking of my children. I thought my baby was not going to make it.
FLOR says they were assaulted. A woman from her group was raped and she had to cover herself in mud to protect herself. NGOs say rape has become the norm. Most of the people we have spoken to that arrive to this camp are desperate. Most of them have lost all their belongings. They have no clothes for their children. This group is from Venezuela. They say the only thing left are their expired passports. They all arrive at the indigenous village of Bajo Chiquito, where there is not enough food and water to help them recover from the trip. VIDOISE has just arrived. She's from Haiti. Her 4-month-old baby is dehydrated and has a fever.
I left Chile because we don't have papers. The government doesn't want to give us papers, so we are going to Mexico.
Around 16% of those here are children. They survived the journey, but UNICEF says most of them are traumatized.
Children are very young and they come with serious health issues, like everybody else because of the trip. You see diarrhea, vomit, but also they're affected psychologically because they go through traumatic experiences. In some cases, they get lost from their parents, so it's very difficult.
Countries in the region are struggling to cope with the thousands of migrants heading towards North America. They're trying to implement quotas, but this is unlikely to work for now. In spite of the risks, migrants continue to arrive. This is only a part of the journey, but most of them say it has left wounds that will mark them for life. Teresa, Al Jazeera, Darien, Panama.